Aquarius, the sky this week shines its light directly on the question of value, not only financial value, but the deeper question of what your energy, your time, and your presence are truly worth. The sun moves through Pisces, illuminating your house of resources and self-worth. When the sun travels here, attention naturally turns toward security, the ways we sustain ourselves materially and emotionally. But Pisces is a sign of intuition, not rigid calculation. And this week asks you to examine your values through a more emotional lens. Mercury remains retrograde in Pisces, also traveling through this region of your chart. Retrograde Mercury often revisits financial plans or decisions about resources. Something related to income, investments, or shared responsibilities may require reconsideration. Early in the week, Mercury meets Mars in Pisces. Mars brings urgency. A conversation about money or priorities could suddenly intensify, but beneath that intensity lies an important question. Are the ways you invest your time and energy truly aligned with what you believe you deserve? Mars often reveals where action must replace hesitation, but Mercury retrograde reminds us that action should follow understanding. Midweek brings a moment that feels almost fated. Mercury aligns with the North Node, the symbolic point of destiny. When this alignment occurs, information about your future direction often appears in subtle ways. You may hear about an opportunity that reshapes your financial path. A conversation may reveal a talent you had not fully recognized. Or you may simply experience a moment of clarity about what you are ready to build next. Meanwhile, Venus travels through Aries, energizing your house of communication. Venus here encourages honesty, bold ideas, and conversations that bring people together. But during the middle of the week, Venus forms a tense connection with Uranus in Taurus. Uranus currently moves through the deepest foundations of your chart, the place connected to home and personal stability. When Venus and Uranus interact, unexpected revelations can occur within family dynamics or living situations. Something may shift suddenly, but remember that Uranus disrupts only what has already begun to change. It brings truth into the open. Toward the end of the week, the Sun approaches the final degree of Pisces before crossing into Aries. This moment marks the transition between reflection and expression. The realizations you encounter this week about value and security will soon transform into conversations and decisions that shape your path forward. But first, the cosmos asks for honesty. Honesty about what you deserve, honesty about how your energy is being used, and honesty about the life you are ready to build. Because Aquarius, when your values become clear, the future becomes impossible to ignore.
Aquarius, your tarot card is the King of Pentacles. This card represents mastery over material stability, resources, and long-term success. The King of Pentacles is someone who understands how to build prosperity through wisdom and patience. With the Sun illuminating your house of values this week, the King suggests that your focus on financial or personal stability is well placed. You may begin to recognize the strength of what you have already built, or you may see clearly where your next step toward security lies. The King of Pentacles reminds us that success is not only about ambition, it is about stewardship. And Aquarius, the choices you make now can create lasting stability for the future you are shaping.
Aquarius, the I Ching reveals hexagram 62, Thunder over Mountain, called Small Exceeding. Thunder above the mountain suggests subtle movement rather than dramatic change. This hexagram encourages attention to small actions and careful steps. Sometimes progress does not arrive through bold leaps. Instead, it appears through quiet adjustments that gradually reshape the path. This week may favor modest efforts rather than grand gestures. Focus on details. Complete the tasks that support your long-term vision. Because Aquarius, small steps taken with awareness often lead to remarkable destinations.
Aquarius, the rune drawn for you is Laguz. Laguz represents water, intuition, emotional flow, and the unseen currents that guide movement beneath the surface. This rune suggests that logic alone may not provide the answers you seek this week. Instead, your intuition may become your most reliable guide. You may sense shifts in situations before they become visible. You may feel drawn towards certain decisions without fully knowing why. Laguz reminds us that the deepest wisdom often rises from within. And Aquarius, when you trust the current of intuition, it leads you exactly where you need to go.
The stars have revealed what they can for this week, but the real question is what you will do with that knowledge. Before you go, I want to know something. Where are you watching from right now? Leave your country or region in the comments below. It's powerful to see how many people across the world are connected under the same sky. If this reading revealed something meaningful to you, take a moment to like the video so others can find it as well. And if you want to keep uncovering what the cosmos is revealing each week, subscribe to Lumin Laws and ring the bell. Because the next shift in the stars is already on its way.